Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Widener Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Widener Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Widener Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and enjoyed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Widener Show can be heard on the MikeWidenerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/the Mike Widener Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, more. Take the Mike Widener Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Widener Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Widener Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out the Mike Widener Show merchandise on Amazon.com/the Mike Widener Podcast. T-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets, and tote bags, and throw pillows as well too to sleep on. Check out the Mike Widener Show on Amazon, coming soon to the MikeWidenerShow.com. And for more great gift ideas, including t-shirts, pop socket hoodies, and some great books by me and Molson Zia, go to Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia. Order today. And don't forget to support the Mike Widener Show at the MikeWidenerShow.com. Also support us on Anchor FM and PayPal. Make sure you donate today. We're here with a terrific gentleman who is an entrepreneur and the CEO of Bentley Records. And he's been doing since 2013. He's an entrepreneur of a private jet company, luxury travel, service, and also he's also a fashion designer, and also has his own TV station he owns as well too. And began his career at 13 years old, songwriter 15, singer at 18, and he's collaborated with several well-known artists. And he is at the top of the game today and live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios, somewhere on the other side of the pond. He'll tell us where it's at. Ladies and gentlemen, the CEO of Bentley Records and the amazing entrepreneur, Luca Dayz. Luca, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Mike, I appreciate you having me on the show today. It's great to be on.
Well, it's great to have you on board as well, too. And you're just an amazing talent. And of course, you've been a CEO of Bentley Records since 2013, and you're an entrepreneur of a private jet company, also a luxury travel agency, also fashion designer, and also you own a TV station. You began your career at 13, songwriting at 15. You sang at 15. You collaborate with several well-known artists, and you've just got an amazing array out there. And of course, you provide a luxurious record label for well-known artists. It's going to make a big dent in the music scene these days. And before we get into all that, tell us how I first got started, Luca.
Yeah, so Mike, it's been a long journey so far. You know what I'm saying? I got started pretty much at a very young age with music. You know, music's always been my passion. So I was probably about 3-4 years old when I, you know what I'm saying, like started listening.
A lot younger than we guess. I see.
Yeah.
You're full of surprises, and that's good.
Yeah, I probably think like I was probably about 3-4 years, you know what I'm saying, like when I started listening to certain tunes on tapes or cassettes back then, and started getting inspired by the music. So I always knew that I wanted to get into music and do something musically. I was probably about 13 or 14 years old when I started recording and, you know, getting more serious about it, or, you know, having a feeling, okay, this is, you know, something that I got to do. So that's when I started recording myself. I got myself, you know, I was able to get myself, let's say, a karaoke mic, and, you know what I'm saying, like
Oh, yeah. I,
hooked it into
those
the
things are fun at
computer.
Christmas time, I'll tell you.
Yep.
It's more than
Most of
just
it.
Christmas and parties. They're for recording, getting great careers off the ground like yours. I mean, I've got a good reason by karaoke machine by now, or is it karaoke? It's like either way.
Yeah. Absolutely. So yeah, so I was able to get one of the mics and hook it to my computer, and I started using the software called Audacity, which is like a very very simple recording software. So that's where I first started, like sort of experimenting with music and all that. And then a little later, I was able to get a little, a couple recording equipment, a little mixer and some, like a little condenser microphone and a studio microphone. So I'm talking about like 10 years ago, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
or more than 10 years ago, pretty much. Um, so back then it wasn't that cheap, so I had to really, what I'm saying, like, um, work my way through to get this situated so that I could record myself, experiment and whatnot. But that was pretty much the beginning of my music career and my musical aspirations. And I was, once I had this equipment, I was able to get a couple people to come and record. Um, what I'm saying, like a couple friends and things like that to come and record with me. And that was, I started playing and whatnot, so it was a lot of experimentation, but that was pretty much where my career began.
Mm-hmm. And that's amazing too. And it makes me want to get a karaoke mic and plug it in my computer. It's just like this is going to be outdated very soon. It's like over a karaoke mic. Hey guys, I want a karaoke mic for Christmas. Thank you. So in your amazing career, what would you say was that one precise moment that influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your life, Luca?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I would say, I'm a person. I come from, very humble beginnings. I come from nothing. So God has always guided me in the right direction. I've had a lot of situations in my life where I was guided in the right direction. So I always got to give credit to God for, blessing me with this opportunity and everything. You know what I'm saying? But apart from that, I think I was probably about, I was around 16 when I started, doing music more professionally, when I started writing for other artists, when I started dropping some music independently or as a solo artist, pretty much on YouTube and Reverb Nation and some of those websites. So, and also on Twitter. So at that time, I was able to connect with a producer called Troy Taylor. He's a Grammy winning producer, and he was also a mentor for some great R&B artists like Trey Songz, and he's worked with Aretha Franklin,
Mm.
et cetera, Whitney Houston, et cetera. So with all the greats. So, connecting with him and the fact that he recognized my music, he listened to my music, that meant a lot back then as a 16-year-old, getting fresh to the industry. So that sort of gave me motivation and a feeling like, okay, I'm moving in the right direction. This is my calling. Like, I really gotta try to do something, because it's always been my dream. And I felt like, I gotta do music, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty much when it really started, becoming more serious, and when I started taking things more seriously.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're off to a really good start, working with a bunch of people and speaking with collaborating with some artists. And who are some of the ones that you've collaborated in the past as well?
Well, I mean, lately I've had the opportunity or the blessings to work with some really well-known artists in my let's say my genre of music. For example, I've collaborated with Snoop Dogg. We recently released an album with some really big artists, which I was a part of, with Gucci Man
Mm-hmm.
and Stone Boy from Africa. It was called Miyungu ya Muziki, executive produced by Beat Bopper and DI President, aka Lynx.
Wow.
So, and I recently did a record with Sean Kingston, who's a great big hip hop artist. And also I've worked with, my label has been working with Tina Carroll. She's pretty much the biggest artist in Eastern Europe.
Wow.
And she's like Beyonce out there, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the name to look out for. It's like if Beyonce can hit it here,
Yep.
the one in Eastern Europe is pretty much the next best thing coming. So Beyonce, you've got some competition.
Most definitely, most definitely. So I work with Tina and a whole bunch of artists, to be honest. A lot of had some really big collaborations, and I got some really huge collaborations coming in for the rest of the year. So yeah, it's really been a blessing, like I said.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds like it too. We'll talk about your lineup on the Bentley Records label in just a minute. But who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up, Luca?
Growing up, Mike, I would say I was mainly, I'm very much an R&B head. I'm an R&B singer myself, of course. So I was listening to a lot of Brian McKnight, R. Kelly, Whitney Houston, and what I'm saying, like music like that. And also, who else? A lot of soul R&B singers, man. I was a big fan of Ronan Keating. He's a great singer, pop singer from UK. So I was listening to some of his music, and also I was influenced by music from people like Mark Anthony. Who else? Ricky Martin. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of
Oh
pop music.
yeah, Ricky Martin, La Vida Loca, love it, love it,
Yep.
love it. I
Yep.
guess it kind of describes our lives. It seems like
Facts, facts,
La
facts.
Vida
Yeah. So,
Loca.
yep, yep, yep. That was like when I was growing up, that was a huge hit, like internationally. So that was pretty much the music that really influenced me. And that was, like I said, that was like music that I listened to in cassettes,
Mm-hmm.
tapes back then. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
I remember
Yeah.
the cassettes. I plug them in
Yeah.
all the time, and it was an upgrade from 8-track back then. Now the vinyl is
Yeah.
making a comeback. Next thing you know, you can be playing vinyl in your car, and they're gonna shrink the vinyl better than CD.
Facts, facts, facts. That's what's coming up.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness,
but
all the fun stuff in the world. And of course,
yeah.
what life is like for Luca Dayz of Bentley Records. What's a typical day in the office, and how's you go about in the day, and what's it like inside Bentley Records? We'll find out just 1 minute with Luca Dayz. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Molson Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you love Missing by me and Molson Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with unforgettable twists. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, and 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by me and Molson Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today of 4 Girls Missing by me and Molson Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can check our Facebook page at Facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn, and heard worldwide on Geo 7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel, and follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And check out t-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets, also coming soon, phone cases, tote bags, and throw pillows, and more. Makes great gifts for your loved ones. Go to Amazon.com/the Mike Wagner Show. Check out the podcast, and coming soon to the MikeWagnerShow.com for more merchandise and for more great gift ideas, including great books by me and Molson Zia and more. Go to Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia and order today. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Also on PayPal, Anchor FM/support, Make sure you do it today. We're here with a terrific gentleman who is the CEO of Bentley Records, Luca Dayz, here at the Mike Wagner Show. And he's not just the CEO of Bentley Records, he's also an entrepreneur of a private jet company, a luxury travel agency, also a fashion designer for his own fashion company, and also owns a TV station. And before we talk about the granddaddy of all, Bentley Records, you've been an entrepreneur for quite some time. You have your own private jet company. I guess you did some flying around the world in your own jet. So tell us more about that.
Yeah, Mike. So, I got started with the record label, of course, Bentley Records. That was like my first entrepreneurial venture, let's say. Sort of expanding from music. So I didn't want to keep all my eggs in one basket. So I wanted to expand horizons and pretty much get into some other things which I'm passionate about. So aviation is something which I'm very passionate about. So I always wanted to get it, start something aviation wise. One of my goals or one of my dreams has always been was to start an airline. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a little, I still have a little way to go until I could do something like that. So I started, the next best thing, I need to get into the aviation business, first of all, put my step in there, put my foot in there. So that's when I decided, or, when I started making the first steps towards getting into private aviation. So I started Luxo Air, which is a charter company pretty much. We started about, I believe, 4 years ago.
Wow.
The main, our headquarters is based out of London, United Kingdom. So we specialize in something which is called empty legs. So I don't know if you're familiar with empty legs. That's pretty much when a jet flies, for example, let's say from New York to Miami with some passengers, and if it's a one-way flight and the passengers got to get down, the aircraft got to come fly back to the base without any passengers. So in such cases, they would make it available on the empty leg market, and that's something which we specialize in, which we utilize as well. And apart from that, I have a base of clients ranging from music to films, movie stars, basketball players, etc.
Wow.
All my personal friends or connections, pretty much. So we handle, some of the charters for them. And lately, since COVID started, we've been working on some other opportunities as well, such as some other charter opportunities like medical evacuations and things like that. Also,
Interesting.
all types of leasing opportunities, even for bigger aircraft. So we've been really looking to like some other situations as well. So yeah, that's how I got into private aviation.
Now, did you say you're currently working on your commercial license, or what was that you're currently working on? So I just want to make sure if you're a commercial pilot, are you currently working on a license, or what's up with that?
Well, I'm not a pilot yet, but I do have aspirations of becoming, I'm saying, like perhaps, getting a private pilot license just for fun, I'm saying,
Oh,
so
that'd be
that, I
fun.
could fly my own aircraft sometime, what I'm saying. But for now, I got a wonderful girlfriend who's a pilot, so maybe she could fly me over
There
sometime.
you go. There you go. We got some really decent help without going through all the want ads, the Indeeds, the career builders and job search engines. I mean, it's all right there. I mean, it just fell right in
Yeah.
hands and amazing. And of course, you love to fly. You also love to have fun on the water. You're also have your own luxury travel agency, and getting people here and there, land, sea, air, everything else. And tell us about your wonderful travel agency.
Most definitely, most definitely. So, like of course, my whole brand or the mother company, which is called Luxo Group, it's all focused towards catering for the luxury market. Even Bentley Records, we're sort of, focusing more on sort of a luxury music product type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as travel goes, it's all connected together. Um, we sort of took a little break from the whole travel thing last year due to COVID, of course. International travel stopped, and we were partnered with a bunch of resorts and stuff. So we had a lot of cancellations from our clients and stuff. So it was a bit of a tough situation last year. So we're slowly getting back into the travel business as well. I'm currently in Dubai. We just started a new venture called the Luxo Yachts,
Oh,
and
wow.
yup,
Here,
partnered
I'm
with
gonna
a
pull up
bunch
my
of
wallet and pay my ticket to get on one. Here we go.
Mike, you're always welcome. I appreciate you having me on the show. So you're always welcome to come and enjoy one of our yacht charters, Luxor yachts. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
oh, my
So
pleasure. My pleasure. Send me an invite, and I'll be right there. And your luxury liner as well too. So I'm right there.
most definitely, most definitely. So that's a new venture that I literally just got into. Another thing which I'm passionate about. I gotta give credit to my team, to my managers and all, who's really worked into like putting these things together. It's like, I give the idea sometimes and I give the base, and they build things around it. They do all the contracting and whatnot. So I really gotta give the credit to them as well, and my whole team for making it possible to do these things. So I'm really blessed, and it feels amazing to have a great team who helps me with these things.
It sounds like you have a great team. And what inspired you to get into the luxury market, like say with Bentley Records, featuring luxury artists, and also the travel agency, as well as the air, land, and sea and everything? What inspired you to get into the luxury market?
Yeah, so quite frankly, I'm not sure how to answer that. It's just that I believe it has a lot to do with my um liking or my thing for attention to detail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, everything about what I do and everything that we engage in, or even what my staff do, I'm always into attention to detail. I want to make sure whatever that we deliver to our clients or to our artists, it's in the highest possible quality. I believe, that most likely has a lot to do with the fact that we built a luxury brand. It was never like in my plans to build a sort of like a luxury brand around all these things, but it just came together pretty much, and
Hmm.
it is what it is right now.
Hmm. And what inspired you to come up with a name with Bentley Records as well too? And what is your main goal, main focus, and what do you want your artists to be on the label?
As far as the name goes, again, I gotta give credit to God. I don't even know how, how exactly it came together. It just, um, came into my head pretty much. So I started the record label initially to put out my music, like I said,
Hmm.
because I think I was about 18 or 7. I think, yeah, most likely about 18 or 19 years old. I had a pretty good deal with well-known label back then. Um, but for some reason, it all fell through, and the manager I had back then was not a very solid guy as well. So it didn't work out, and I was really disappointed. I was thinking like, what was the reason this happened? You know what I'm saying? So I was really, as a young guy, like I was super super disappointed about the whole situation. But you know, l- later on, I saw that like everything happens for a reason. God
Right.
has a
Hmm.
plan
I've
for
heard that
everybody.
phrase. Yes. Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a blessing in disguise, Mike, that it didn't work out, because that was the moment I started Bentley Records pretty much to start, putting out my own music. So that's, I started putting out a couple records myself. And then, um, soon after that, some friends of mine who were making music, they saw what I was doing and they were like, bro, sign me to the label. Let me release some music, you know what I'm saying? So that's where it pretty much got started in terms of, releasing music and for other artists and things like that. And a little after that, I had the opportunity to sign Tommy O, professionally known as Tommy O. He's
Hmm.
former guitarist for Michael Jackson. And he was pretty much, he's somebody who's worked with Janet Jackson, Michael Jackson, everybody in the studio pretty much.
Hmm.
So that was the first major signing, you know, and that was when I knew, okay, the label is going somewhere because somebody like that had interest in us, you know. So
Mm.
that was pretty much the first big signing we had, and you know, after that, you know, it just, you know, started. We kept growing, you know. It was, it's you know, success is not a straight line. It's always, you know, peaks and, you know, drops and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? There's been a lot of obstacles also for the label, but it's been a great journey. It's been more than 5 years, I think, you know, since we started with the label. So it's been a great journey
Hmm.
for me.
And what makes your label different from the rest?
Quality of music and quality of the artists that we work with, you know, like unfortunately, you know, I mean, of course, you know, we release a lot of commercial music as well, because obviously, you know, we need to bring in revenue. There's We got to pay people's salaries, and I got to put food on the table, of course, you know.
Right, exactly.
But
Like you and me, you're right. Filet
absolutely.
mignon, I'm kidding.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, like, you know, we do release a lot of commercial music as well, but our main focus is on good, solid artists, you know, quality artists. So we want to work with artists who are, you know, really musically talented, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like, uh, even if it's rappers, rappers who write their own lyrics, who are, you know, who know how to produce their music, etc. And especially if they are singers who can go and sing live on a stage, you know, without, you know, having to do any type of gimmicks or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's really our focus, and I believe that's what differentiates us from some of the labels. I don't want to mention any names, but you know, like some of the big labels right now who's really going with whatever that generates money, pretty much.
Right, exactly. And what other qualities do you look for before signing an artist to your label, Bentley Records?
Yeah, it's, I mean, mostly it's, I mean, before, like, we used to work with all types of artists, you know what I'm saying? But right now we're really focusing on first and foremost, the talent. Of course, you got to be talented. You got to have a phenomenal voice or whatever, some type of a talent. But even more than the talent, you know, I personally talk with an artist before we get into anything. You know what I'm saying? I want to see how much passion they got and what type of a message they want to deliver. You know, because you know what, music is very powerful. It's a universal language, right? So the music that I release, I want to make sure it shares positive energy with people. It gives, you know, positive energy to people. It gives hope to people. So I want to make sure that the artists who work with us, they can deliver a positive message to the people, pretty much.
Hmm.
That's the number one thing that I look at.
And of course, you got some great artists on your roster too, like Billfield. You got Cam Nasty, and you got Tariq, and then you got Amar Riva, and Mike Greenley's on there too. New York, and I see one guy in there that stands out. Oh, I see you. There's Luca Dayz right here. That's
Yes,
your number one.
sir.
Oh, you just
Yep,
got a great
yep.
lineup. Maybe just a bit about some of those, including Luca Dayz. It's
Yep. I mean, so where should I start? I will start with Tina once again. You know, Tina is one of our main international artists. We've been working with Tina for a couple of years right now. So um, we've completed her debut US album. So we're gonna introduce her in a big scale to America soon. So be ready, folks. Tina's coming through, you know what I'm saying? Apart from that, as you said, we got Bill Field. He's a great artist. He's worked on a bunch of projects with us. Tariq, one of my long-term collaborators. He's a great producer. He's worked with the likes of he produced my track with Sean Kingston. He's done some work with Snoop and all sorts of TV shows and things like that. So Tariq is a great producer as well. Apart from that, you know, there's a whole bunch of artists that we work with, and of course Mike, great artist. Mike just completed a project with us. Mike has already charted on Billboard, so he's a very big artist and songwriter, of course. And he just completed a project with us, which we are really pushing to get into nominated for the Grammy Awards, which will be a great step for all of us. It was produced by Modi Vibes, production duo from California. And also it features vocals from Jackie's Boy, Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, and producer. So yeah, over the years I've worked with some amazing artists, and it's been a real blessing, and it's great to have a roster who's established like this. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds amazing too. And how do people get a hold of you? And for up and coming artists, how do they submit their work, and how do people contact you?
Most definitely. I mean, as far as reaching out to me or connecting with me, the best way to connect with me would be through Instagram. I'm mostly active on Instagram, and I do post a lot of motivational content and things like that on Instagram because I want to inspire the people. I want to inspire the kids, and share my blessings with as many people as possible. So I utilize Instagram for that mainly. That's the best way to connect with me. As for music related stuff, pretty much y'all could go to the Bentley Records website, and if you want to submit a demo, you could find the information in there. That's pretty much the best way to connect with us.
All right, we certainly will do so. And what's coming up for Luca Dayz and Bentley Records and a lot more, we'll find out in just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosen's The of Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with the CEO of Bentley Records and entrepreneur Luca Dayz after this timeout. We're back with the CEO of Bentley Records and super entrepreneur Luca Dayz here on the Mike Wagner Show. And you just been amazing, Luca, with all the things you've done, all the things you're bringing out to great people, bringing great artists on the board. Now, of course, having set aside and you got some great visions. What can we expect from you in 2021 and beyond, Luca?
That is, musically, there's a lot of projects on the way. Like I said, as far as my artist goes, Tina's got a project coming out, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be her debut US album. I myself, I got a lot of big music projects coming out, solo projects. So I took a little hiatus or a break from music during the last few years to focus more on the business side of things. But I'm slowly, getting back on my solo stuff as well. So I got a bunch of big records coming out. Unfortunately, I cannot mention any names of the projects that are coming out, but just stay tuned. I will update you guys soon on what's coming on that. From a business side, Mike, it's just, I'm really focusing on the charter business right now because it's really grown during the ever since the pandemic started. I felt like there's more people flying private, so it's really grown as well. So I'm really focusing on the charter side. Apart from that, I'm also in the coming months, we have a foundation which is called the Luxo Group Hope Foundation. So we have a big charity event coming in Ethiopia very soon. So I'm working on that as well. And that's something which I'm very passionate about, sharing. Like I said, sharing my blessings because I owe everything to God and, to, putting me in the right direction. And that's my, biggest thing is to be able to provide for others and to share my blessings, like I always say. So that's my main thing. And I want to really focus more and more on my foundation in the coming years. And eventually, someday I want to like fully focus on my foundation. That's my primary goal.
And that's amazing as well, too. And I forgot to mention about your clothing line as well, too. Where can people check that out? Also, your own TV station as well, too. I completely forgot about those, too.
Yep. The clothing company is called XCon. Y'all can go check it out on xconshop.com. As for the TV station, we sort of changed from a traditional, we broadcasted for about 2 years. And since last year, we've changed into OTP, or a streaming service pretty much. So now y'all could go and stream. We got great interviews and musical content on our streaming platform. And, we're just going with the whole streaming thing alongside Netflix and Amazon Prime and whatnot, and going in that direction, which I believe is the future of visual content. So going on that direction, yeah, that's where you can find it.
And once again, where can we find your streaming service where they can check out your interviews, music, and everything? Where can they find your clothing line, and also your luxury travel agency, also your air, land, and everything else? Where can we find all that at?
Most definitely. To the easiest way to find all of that in one place would be to go to Luxo Group intl.com. That's Luxo Group intl.com. Y'all can find links to of course the label and clothing and airline, the charter company and whatnot, everything in one place in there.
We certainly will do so, and I've got my card ready, so here you go. And who do you consider biggest influence in the career, Luca?
That's a tough question, Mike. I've been inspired by a lot of people, and I've been fortunate enough to receive the support of a lot of great people who's given me opportunities to, all types of things. So it's a tough question, Mike. I've been, I'm one of my goals apart from the foundation thing is to, space travel. I want to get into the space business someday.
Yeah.
Can I give you?
Yeah, you have to go up against the big two. You have to go up against Elon Musk and
Yes,
and Bill Gates, and I think there's another one too who does Virgin Travel.
Jeff Bezos.
Gosh, I can't think of the name. Oh, Richard Branson. You have to go up against the Three Musketeers.
Most definitely. Sir Richard Branson has always been a big inspiration for me growing up. Like I've read his books and that his autobiographies and whatnot. So that's really inspired me as well. So I really want to get into space, like the space race, let's say someday. From an American perspective, I would say that's American.
What if you need some help, I'll drive your rocket.
So, Mike, like I believe, like someday that during I don't know when exactly it's going to be, but someday we're going to be multi-planetary species. We gotta be, what I'm saying. So yeah, that's one of my goals, to transport people to Mars or wherever that's going to be. As crazy as it sounds, that's really one of my goals, and I know that I will accomplish it someday. So that's something which I'm really crazy about and passionate about, and I'll figure out a way to make it happen someday.
And we'll certainly be pulling for you, and you're one of my supporters, that's for sure, Luca. You're number one on my list. So.
I appreciate it.
And lastly, what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point, Luca?
As far as advice, just share love with people, and I want everybody to be positive and spread that positivity with people. Just spread the love, no hate. Everybody got to spread their love. We are all we're here for not a long amount of time. So while we are here, we just got to share our blessings with each other and spread the love. And that's the best advice I could give to people. And if you have a dream, just really go for it. Don't let nobody stop you. You just got to go for it, and always believe that God's got a plan for everybody. So if you're feeling down on a day, I've had situations which really affected my life, but God, the day God came into my life, it changed everything. So I want people to really believe in it and just be positive, spread the love.
Mhm.
That's the best advice
And
I could
that's
give.
the most important thing. God is number one to that, and a big amen to
Yes,
that. A big amen.
yes, sir. Amen.
Once again, CEO of Bentley Records, Luca Dayz here on the Mike Wagner Show, and big time entrepreneur. Luca, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact? Where can people purchase, listen to music, check out your services, and where can people check out in general?
Most definitely. I mean, as for the projects I got coming up and stuff, like I said, best way to stay updated is, follow me on Instagram. That's Instagram.com/Luca Dayz. Y'all can find me on Instagram. That's pretty much the best way to get connected with me. As for everything else, just go to Luxo Group, intl.com. Y'all can find all the links in there for charter company and for the label and everything. So yeah, pretty much that's the best way to get connected with me and find my things.
And book your flights now and check out the music on Bentley Records. Make sure everybody does that. Once again, CEO of Bentley Records, Luca Dayz on the Mike Wagner Show. Luca, very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep us up to date. Love you back on in 2021 and beyond. And don't forget to keep in touch. You've been absolutely terrific. And perhaps I'll see you at your place on the other side of the pond, one way or another, on your personal private jet.
Let's do that. Mike, I appreciate you having on the show. It's been really great.